Blessed be the name of the Most High. Rastafari. Give praises to all who out there listening, you know, sit, I will not listening, is it? All blessed and unblessed people, big up yourself. Strongly within, that's no knowledge. Weak within, that know it and keep it in. So someone up there have to flow it out and let our knowledge grow. Understanding float. So each one know each one for who each one's supposed to be. So blessed be the name of the Most High. So you see when I come in on that, I give you a little wisdom, you know. My thing is like pick sense out of nonsense, you know, see it? Parable talking. I name you one name human being and God. That's it. So me tell you now, you're gonna. Back in the way centuries, when the gods them was running wild. It's like say when you say the God is like Satan and God and the devil, and it's it. So I take two to build anything, you know, cause like me I tell you this, me give you a little drop in between, cause I take a male sperms and a female sperms to build human beings, so you know. Take two. So this is my sketch. So I don't read book. So when back in the days when they were running wild, they're growing big. So after a while, when them start to build things was huge and big. You know, see it? So no one never been small. Come like they just make big. So when this going on for a while, you see say, God can't rule a God because it's gonna be pure destruction. So the land was destroyed full back in them time. And when the water gets stirred up and sea, if this continue, they're gonna bore through the earth itself and destroy it. So it stir up now and build a bubble. Then they build a frame in the bubble, you know, see it. Cause you go up on land, you know, water just go up on land, like the sea cover the land and come back in and build a bubble, you know, see it. And when the bubble come up and take time and the bubble build a frame. And then the water just bursts and let it out on the land. So the gods them see it now. The see the ego. They like say that's a soul jump into it then. Like a God jump it. That's why a man is good and bad, you know. Cause you see they jumping the little frame, you know, see it? So they may not have to grow big no more. So they get small, so they start grow from small to up. So while they're growing up now, other gods jump into other gods. It's like say they start, it's some kind of crazy still though, God. But so when me come, you have to pick sense out of nonsense. I always give you the thing like you have to pick it out, that if you don't find a sense in it, you just say that nonsense. You see? So all the corner of the growth now, all this frame popping up and they start jump in to frame. So the gods them get smaller because they start grow with the flesh. So they call them human being. That's why I say, some people say God make us. I say they lying, boy, you know. Who is me to tell who to believe in? It's my belief. Like if I read out of my handmiggle, what written in it, in mine, and I read out of it, your handmiggle still got the line written, but you maybe say different. So I can tell you something. It's up to you to say yes or no, because it's all that philosophy out there. Because I don't read books. I just get it in vision and put it out there. Like, why? Can be wrong. Can be right. But when the God, back to the trap, when the God start, the soul, call it soul, start jump into frame. So it start grow from young, grow up with the flesh, and get to see things where they grow, where they small. Because when you're big, you can't learn too much of paper and you want to be bigger than this man and bigger than that man, that's it. So in them the time when they even say something in a book, say, when men out of control, sketch, when they say out a book, you heard, like I heard this. When men get out of control and need something to keep them under control, them say somebody take out a rib spoon and build a small object so it can jump in that and grow from young. So that means to say, if you build big, you can't understand too much or nothing because you're already big already, and if a band tell you about this, you're going to say, well, you're not going to listen to this man and you're not going to listen to that one because you're big. But when you're small now and get to understand, then you can learn about a lot of things. You can believe what you want to believe and don't believe what you want to believe, but his learning process is there. That's why you got so many different conversations that mean one thing. It's like, say, you have a house and a one door leading the house. But you have so many men tell you, say, this door can do, so that the way can do, so that the way they can go, so that the way they can, and all kind of way them give you advice to go to. You still have to go through the door, that's it. So you might tell how much way to go and reach it, and how much way to go and reach it. So it's when time the frame, a man is very, 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 very powerful. And a man is very, 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 very strong. And also very weak. And I have no powers. Because when this is not written, this is my thing, or I put my thing, feel me? So, some put it. When the God, when we say this, the soul, is good and bad, is God and the devil jumping at you, jumping at the frame, and I say me and this man, that the frame, you don't see it. Because you say you got 3 in one frame, you got, like say you got God, the devil, and sperms. You see it. So the sperms is the one who build the frame for the soul or spirit to jump in, for the jump of them to jump in, then put it like that. That's it. Because I don't want to say certain things and criticize certain things. Because I don't want to bash down the next man thing. See, because every man have the own thing. Because every man read off our next man thing. I have to do all that thing. Because I'm a Rastafari. And I can know, say, I got an middle can read out. I can see and talk. So you can, there's a whole lot out there to learn. And it's in the atmosphere. So when I tell about how human being and God build, when time we understand, when time the God him try to understand the flesh, the body role, and the kind of, when they look, everybody's down, creeping, crawling, learning this, learning that. So no one fighting, see it, because them not big enough to mash down nothing. So everything now, what used to be look small, all of a sudden get big. And they start to look up on things and get to understand, say, this is the way a human being with a good soul in him can be a very powerful man, can be a protector. And a human being with a dangerous within can be a destroyer. So it's up to us now, the frame now, to lead the frame the way we want the frame to lead, to go. So when man figure say them feel it, cause if something in you, you go feel a vibes in cause you not go read it. Cause as when the frame growing, the God in them, the good and the bad in them growing too, see it? So which side they choose to be? If they say they try to be on the bad side, they already in them, so them can be a very dangerous one. If they try to be on the good side, they can be a very good person, because spirit or the God or the soul within them. So you see now, when generation pass and pass and pass, then the soul, like what he within no understand how the frame's supposed to be. So now inside is a talkment togetherness, like a man has talked to himself and say, well, we have to go build this and build that, because the frame ain't big no more, so we have to build some roof and some protection, and them start build a story. Them talk story and them say the story, and the story became real. And now the story became a God. And that's why you have so many confusion, because back in the days when the frame built, God, this spirit of the soul jumping in them. So they know who they really is. But now when time they grow up and put a story became God, that's why you have so many people looking out and say, this is wrong, and this is right, and it is wrong, and it is right, and that is wrong, and it is right. But you see, in every, like I call, frame of flesh, whether male or female, you got a right and a wrong within. So in within now, you have to learn about which side within you want to be. If you want to be good, that's what, if you want to be good or bad. No, when time men can learn how to really control them one another by thought and by learning about, if you learn about the trees them and getting a car, they must say the thing that jumping at you was here. That's so sign how you still me know it in the I know it's bad I say a bad with this or whatever, but you let it out still, it does it. So them know what them used to be like. So when them trying to get down now, small, and see everything became small now, cause frame start be like the big things start to jump in frame and start to come from baby and learn about. So them to take time to learn about these trees and the water. But instead of that now, they try to learn about the frame and try to control it. To say they is the leader. Try to lead it. And the trees and the water, we really stir up and really, because we come from water, And the one who jump in our teach us about the land itself. And we now figure say, well, learn about it and we can run over one another, because within you feel like say, this man feel like say you're powerful. Like you have some Rastafari feel like say them very powerful. And when them talk, them words supposed to be listen. You have some preachers say they're very powerful. And when they talk, the words supposed to be listen. President, Prime Minister, name it. For them feel say them powerful. And they say, a man now, we know really have the rebuild, the replacement, too much of a replacement, because you see money is a replacement of the outside thing, you know, see. So when I go into that, we just put it like that. So now they try to run one another. See if I say they're strong. But you see, a frame was built and someone jumped into it. That's how I put it, you know. But they never basic. If it was rich, poor, blind, deaf, crippled, you just say jump into someone. So maybe the person you think say ain't got too much and nothing for to speak, or them not listen to him. Maybe that the one who have the full force of a God, of a knowledge. But through the static of the outside look of replacement and shower around him, around her. So the voice that spoke is heard, but no attention speak. It's like now Rastafari is stand on his feet and know say within himself he find a solution to all his headache and heartache and ups and downs. Relaxation can relax the mind and make within inside grow and teach us like a child. Because the biggest became a child and we learn again while inside a child to become a man or a woman to know the land he or she is on. There's many different color within the sight of eyes. Not a man and a tree or an animal, different looks, different action. But the same looks of a man supposed to understand that looks of a man. But in this world of confusion, the looks of a one that's looked similar can't understand the said one he look just like. Because of disturbance in the water that's built. Everyone try to be a leader. And if there is one, if he don't, money show up bill, his words ain't gonna be here. So I tell him on this, whether you want to hear it or not. Rastafari is him. Dreadlocks, man. Keep the water still. You see, you have enough one stored up because they want to be the ruler. Enough men go up and preach and lick down places, tell you about God, but yet still in your system you feel pain. Because you see, no one know back in the days, oh, God and human being come together as one. Because this knowledge will never been told and never been written. But inside feelings, you feel and you know when something is not connected some way, somehow. But you know, some people try to please others. Try to be like the wrong, not the right. You hardly find person try to be like the right. Because the right thing is kind of a different thing. You know, see, it's like a Rastafari thing. It's the right thing. I don't know, anybody want to be a Rastafari. What you want to be a Rastafari for? Mama call him dirty boy. This one call him police, not tap hunting. Don't get them see him, then killing and everything. I want to be like that. Everybody want to be like the preacher. Why is then long you go to the pulpit and preach and yet still you ain't follow it? Every Sunday you go one time and then the next thing you do it out there by yourself. Because you know in your system something still ain't connected. You feel me? A frame is built from a sperms. And a frame contains good and bad within. A man came born out of, you say, a good family and this and that, and became a terror reggae, how you call it. Because you build the frame. You don't know who gonna jump in. You see, a wise man said once, building a frame, it have to go through the tricky home. I call it the tricky home. And if a little bubbles go up in the frame while they're coming out, and they come out, the water and come on the land, something jumping at it. That little bubble were in the frame, while the frame growing, that bubble gonna grow too. You know, like say gonna bust. It gonna grow too, so it gonna become a part of the frame. And if it grow out on the flesh, you're gonna have like a big old piece of sitting there hanging up there, so because it was bound with the bubble and it's grow while you're growing. So a perfect firm frame now ain't got no bubbles or nothing, it just grow up. The only thing can go wrong with it is the knowledge, what it heard, what he or she heard, the teachment that they got, but the frame is perfectly. Some frame grow with a little blockage in the ears, in the hole don't, like the ears hole, it don't clean out too well. It just, so you can't never hear too, you don't understand when it's, cause we build the frame, you know, so a man cannot hear and not speak on one of the wisest man, wisest one you ever see. Cause within is within. It's a very wise person who within that frame. So when I say, look to the mind of yourself, and then listen to the words of someone else. See the action of the greed and understand what they're really fighting for. How many blood bleed, but yet still them say you have to give sacrifice to the God to make the seed grow. And how many innocent tears cry, and yet still the land still dry. You see, all these things is a progressivity of the mind to make you think there is something different outside from that inside. The only thing outside is tree, animal, and the earth itself, the dirt, and that's it. So the most danger is within. Or you feel like you want certain things. And if they don't give it, I'm gonna take it. You fling out all destruction of the flesh, because remember, you know, and I say, back way when things was big and they go crazy and the frame build. So you got the good man and the bad one, then say, inside the frame. So you know, say, a frame is a very, 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 very smart thing. Can build anything. Because what within, you have a frame can build anything. Could build also some little TV, let's say little entertainment thing. And you have a next frame can build nothing. You want to go to school, said school, and you have one can just look on the thing and just that's it. And you have the next one go there and a baffle and can't even understand what's going on. You see? That's what the frame is. To understand, sometimes, you know, you have to learn from one-on-one with a frame. One-on-one with one person. You just teach you this and listen. You learn better. Because if you, right now, in a frame, you know, because when time within, you have good and bad. But with language, you have many different language. Cause you can have, so you have the black race right now, put it like that. And the white race right now, Chinese race right now. You have a black man, we go to a next black man and they speak. You know, he look just like you, and you can't understand him. White man will go to the next one and speak and can't understand him. China man will go to the next China man and speak and can't understand him. Because which part of the land you're born on, that's the language they speak. So, but the frame is look the same. So the language is different. So when time you see, like a wise man would say, to make a frame is not different, you make the same. If you speak a language, you have to learn. So you have many people want, but they don't know what they want. Many people seek for what they don't know what they want to find. So you see, in this day and time, when the Nile is rising and the waterfall is drying and the fire increases, it's time now to you sit down and make pieces within yourself and find yourself on the right track. And knowing this, Rastafari is the facts. And the Rast need a temple too. Trust me. So the knowledge, don't believe me now. If you don't want, listen and look upon this. And you will figure it out. Because right now, knowledge increasing.